Welcome to today's session. In this session, we're going to see WebActions table. Tables are pretty exciting and very important concept for organizing data and generally used for web scraping from table to a different source. So table consists of row and column. So in this keyword, it helps extract table to any CSV file. So we have a syntax goes as table. You provide the table number, like you may have multiple tables in the page. TagUI try to scan for it, try to identify it in most of the cases, most of the scenarios. And you just need to give a number and it can export that to a CSV file, and wherein you can able to check and perform any kind of validation on the table. Or if TagUI is not able to really identify it, you can provide an XPath and you can basically export that to an CSV file. So example, table 1, and we are trying to save that to a regional exchange rate .csv. And the same way, you have a table and then you are just providing table number 2 in an array and you are just saving it into a global exchange rate .csv. The last example is directly an XPath and you're just saving it in the report. So in a nutshell, any table you see on the screen, you can able to extract it and save it in the CSV for further processing, further validation, or any other process. Let's see a demo in detail. Welcome back. So let's launch our favorite Notepad++, wherein I have already created a file for table. So I have table example. Let's just save this one as TagUI file so that we can able to use it for our TagUI purposes. So I have saved it. Here we are going to use example. For example, we have a, let's go to bankrate.com, banking, and just let's choose savings account. So you have online savings accounts and rates for November. So this is one of the tables. And then once you go down, let's see if we have any other table. You have another table called online banks versus brick and mortar banks, differentiator table. So this is the table number 2. Let's see if you have anything else here. Oh, we have another table which is savings account versus money market account versus mutual fund account. And that's it. So we have 3 tables in this page. So what I'm going to do is we are going to extract these tables and store it in our CSV file. So let's just take this site directly and launch. So say launch website, and then let's say we're going to launch this directly and say time out seconds, and it's as straight as possible. You can just say table 1 2, and let's just name it in a very more clear way so that we can know what table are we saving. So we can say savings account rates are for of November. So let's take this and say savings accounts rate. So I say savings accounts rate of November 22 .csv. So this will navigate launch, and this will navigate to this page rate. In the rate, TagUI will try to search and search table and save the table in CSV file as below. Right, so this is 1. So let's just say search for table and save again to a CSV file. Let's see, let's just copy this because we have 3 tables. So let's go and search for the next table. So let's see. So let's try to click this and inspect and check whether it is a table. Yeah, this is a table here. So if you see This is the table which you can see here. Focus. So this is the table. So this is the table. So this is the table number 1. Let's go down a little bit further, and we have pros and cons. So like online versus bricks and mortar thing. So let's inspect this, and you can see there is another table here. So what we're going to do is we are going to get this extracted, and I'm going to put it as paste and say online versus bricks and mortars bank.csv. So this is the file I'm going to save. And last but not least, so we have another table in the, so this is table number 2. So instead of 1, copy paste error. I'll come back, copy it, and say table number, and let's just go back and search for what is that table. Let's just come down, scroll it down a little bit further. Oh, there is another table here, which is savings account versus money market account versus mutual fund accounts .cs table. So let's just copy and paste it here, and like remove all the spaces, and we can call it a file. It's too big of a file. It's advised that you don't give big file names. So I'm going to just squeeze this one. Say SV, say ACT versus ACT versus MF ACT. Right. So this is the file I'm going to save, and let's just save it. So let's just save it, and see, we have this page. Let's just close all of them, minimize this, launch command prompt, and switch to the location where you have your script is, and say TagUI table example, and let's just put it here so that we can able to watch as well as while script is. So let's say enter and see. Let me just close it before even it executes it, and say terminate it. So I would like to take you to this location. You don't have anything here, so I'm going to just put it here so that you can also watch this area if the CSV file is being created. I'm going to keep it here. Okay, and now let's execute. Okay, so it's clean, so it's launched. It navigated to the page. Now it's trying to search for the table 1 and trying to extract all the data into a CSV file, and you should see a file being created soon, as soon as it's done. See if this is done. Now it's trying to go for second file. File is being created and done. So let's go back and check if these files are created or not. So if you can refresh it, you can see earlier it was empty. Now these are 3 files are created. So if you can say and say open with, and you can see this is whatever you had on the screen. It's already copied here and extracted, and then you can see all the values here. The same way for mutual fund and others. So you can see all the values being copied and saved in the CSV file. And similarly for a brick and mortar, I can open it here. You can see all the content. So this is one of the ways you can use tables. So if you're not able to identify it, you can always give XPath, and then you're able to export that to a CSV file as well. So this concludes an example for table. See you in another one. Thank you for watching.